Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, no guests. The grass is always greener. Now you're probably thinking I'm going to be discussing the age-old adage that people are never satisfied with what they have, and they always think that there's always something better on the other side. You hear this saying a lot when somebody's looking for a new job or finds a new job or somebody moving on in a relationship. But for me, it has a much different meaning because the grass isn't always greener. My grass is the greenest. No, literally, my grass, my lawn is the greenest. What a lot of people don't know about me is that one of my favorite hobbies is to landscape and garden. And I guess my greatest accomplishment to this day is my lawn. Back in 2010, I bought my home, and the front and backyards were just dirt and weeds. And my first project was to plant a new lawn. Right? Just throw some seeds on, water it, and you'll have this beautiful grass, right? Actually, there's a much longer process that goes into maintaining or growing and maintaining your own lawn. And that's what I'll be talking about today, are the different phases I followed to prep, seed, and care for your new lawn. The first phase is to prep your lawn for the new grass. And the three things you need to do is kill, till, and level. So to kill, you need to kill off anything that's on the existing grass. So what I did was I bought a Roundup from Home Depot and I sprayed it on the grass. And what that does is it's a weed and grass killer, so it kills off pretty much everything growing. It sounds funny, but you actually have to water after too, because there's roots that are deeper below the surface that will actually grow. So you have to water, and then you'll see some more weeds and grass growing, so you have to spray it again. So that process takes a lot longer than you think. It's about a month. Then you have to till, and that's this big machine that looks like a lawnmower, but what it does is it tills the dirt, and it kicks up all the dead roots and grass and everything, and eventually you have to clear all that out and get it hauled away. And after that, what you'll have is just pretty much just dirt. You shouldn't have any weeds or anything else in it. And then you have to level it, and what I used was this big metal drum you fill with water, and you walk up and down your lawn to level it. And this stage is actually pretty important because you need to have the slope of your yard going towards the street. So in case you water too much or if it rains, you don't want the water flowing towards your house, because then it becomes a bigger issue. You want it to flow away. After that, you'll have a completely flat yard that looks just like dirt, which brings you on to the next phase, which is to seed. You need to seed the new grass. And in this phase, you have to pick, spread, and add topper. So you have to pick the type of grass that you want. And before I got into gardening and landscape, I didn't know that there's different types of grass. So there's Kentucky bluegrass, there's Bermuda. But what I went with is a specific type of fescue grass called Marathon. And I chose this one because it has super straight blades, it's slow growing, and it looks great when you mow it. So after you pick this type of seed that you want, you have to spread it. And by spreading, I mean just spread it evenly on the yard. And what I used was this, it's a spreader, and it's like a lawnmower, but you just walk up and down, and what it does is it just drops the seeds. After that, you should have the seeds spread out evenly. And the thing that I didn't know is that you need to add some sort of topsoil, which is nutrient-based. It has a lot of minerals that help the seeds it gives the seeds an environment to germinate and to set its roots. So after that, it takes about a month for the grass to start to grow, which brings you into phase 3. And this phase actually lasts forever, because if you don't, your grass will die. And the third phase is to care for your new grass. You need to water, mow, and fertilize. Like I said before, the seed that I chose, you don't need to water it too often, which is good for our drought and good for my water bill. So I water about twice a week, which is for about 15 minutes, which is well within the acceptable range for Los Angeles County. And then you need to mow, which is actually the fun part, because with this grass, you can actually, wherever you mow, it actually will leave a line. So you could do vertical stripes. You could do horizontal stripes. I do diagonal stripes. You could do a logo if you want, if you're that gifted. But what I do is I just stick with the diagonal stripes. And something I didn't know is you have to fertilize it, and not the fertilizers that you think of with the cows and the stinky stuff, but this is like a nitrogen-based, like little beads that you spread on just like the seeds. And what that does is it keeps the lawn and the grass really, really green. So never in a million years would I think that I would take satisfaction in growing and maintaining grass. It was something as a kid where my parents would pay me to do it as a chore. But there's actually a lot of benefits to growing and maintaining your own grass and mowing your lawn. It's really good stress relief. It's good for your mental health, and it's really good exercise. It also helps, or it could help increase your property value by as much as 10 to 15%. But let's be real, for me, it gives me that hour-long break away from my kids. So if you follow the phases that I just discussed of prepping to kill, till, and level, to seed, to pick, spread, and add topsoil, and to care for it, to water, mow, and fertilize, I guarantee that your grass will always be green. Thank you.